Hello, how you all doing today? I'm going to do something different today. I'm not preaching today. I just said let's do a positive spin because we got to stay positive. It's very important to stay positive. Our lives are made up of little moments. One perfect moment will change a day. Another perfect day will change a life. One life may change the world. Never ever underestimate the power of one day. Each day has its own potential and may be the day that changes your life forever. So every day, do the best you can. Make use of the moment. Let your life have meaning. Let there be a purpose for that day. Don't let any day pass you by. Do the best you can. Make use of your potentials. For potential, if you don't use it, it doesn't make it. It's not it's worthless. You have to use your potentials, and that is where the change comes from. And it might change your life forever. The words we speak matter. I'm going to give the topic of this as stay positive. Stay positive. The problem in life is we are so afraid. Fear. There's something called legitimate fear and illegitimate fear. Legitimate fear is when you're on a highway. You want to cross a highway intersection. You see cars coming your way. You got to be afraid to cross because anything can happen. They can knock you down. You want to get into a fight. You see this big guy. You know he's strong. You know you can't beat him. You can be afraid to stop and you don't want to fight. But there are some fears that are not worth it. So other things we're afraid of is something we need to take precaution of. But because we just don't think, we fall prey to so many things. But the point now I'm trying to say is we should stay positive and keep fear away. Fear is the opposite of faith. When you have faith, you keep on going. When you have fear, it kills your spirit. So what is fear? I have two explanations for fear. Fear, the first one is fear means forget everything and run. Forget everything and run. That is for people that are not ready to meet up with their challenges. These are people who don't want to face things and fight for them and make things happen for their life. Any little circumstance, they'll run away from it. Any little situation, they turn their back and they just run. These people are different. They never stand up to their challenge. They're always complaining. They never stop complaining in life. They always point accusing fingers left, right, and center because they keep running and they run for the rest of their lives. Another definition for fear is after I forget everything and run, is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. What is that? It means that it's an evidence, but it's forceful. It's like a thick cloud. When you go through that cloud, the other side is clear. So anything that stands in front of you, there's something I used to say, I like saying that do the things you fear and the death of fear will be certain. If you can be afraid of something and you go past that part, you already overcome it. So the fear is already there. Do the things you fear and the death of fear will be certain. So false evidence appearing real. You can go over so many false evidences in life and you can make them not be real in your life. So the point I'm trying to tell you today is have faith in you. Have faith in your God, whatever He perceives Him to be. Have faith that you can make it happen. Kick fear to the curb. I don't say you should not be cautious. Be cautious, but don't be too cautious. When you become too cautious, you become a casualty. So, do the things you fear, and the death of fear will be said. The words we speak matter. We influence others to do good or evil based on our words alone. So when you want to say something, think about it. You're a human being. You are an adult. You can think. You can reason. Think about the words that come out of your mouth. It don't matter if you're angry or you are not angry. It don't matter if you're playing or you're joking. Use your word rightly. Think about what you want to say. Digest your thoughts. Don't just keep spitting words out of your mouth. Whereas you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Everything you say, you can never take it back again. You've already said it. Be careful how you speak and what you say, and the tone in your voice. We must remember to choose our words carefully and wisely. Even if we have no ill intentions in mind, others will always interpret words in one way or another. So even if you don't even have an ill intention in mind, and all of a sudden your tone is different, others might interpret it as something bad. So be careful how you say, what you say, and when you say it. You must not have an opinion in everything in life. That sometimes it's better to shut up. That sometimes it's better to stay quiet. Think about something. Excuse yourself. You must not talk all the time. That sometimes you have to express yourself, but use the right words. Hate is not taken out by more hate. It don't matter what somebody does to you. When the person does something to you, you feel the person hates you. When you hate them back, you're not taking out the hatred. To bring light to the dark, you have to shine something bright. You can't bring darkness in darkness for it to see light. You have to shine something bright in order to bring light to the dark. We can't stop hate with hate. Only love can bring about positive change in our lives and the lives of others. Only love. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you have love in you, you'll be able to share it, to give it out, because you can't give what you don't have. So train yourself. Do the best you can. If you're somebody that's not loving, learn and read more books. Listen to the Word of God. Stick around people that have love in them, genuine love, and you'll see it start rubbing into you. And before you know it, you'll become somebody that can love out of your heart, genuinely, not fake love, genuine love. And when you can have that, you start spreading it, sprinkling it all over the place. Everywhere you go, there's light. Do you know that there are people that when they come into your room, the room can turn dark, but the moment some other person enters the room, it lightens up the room? You want to be that person that when you get anywhere, it lightens up the atmosphere, the room, wherever you go. Each new morning is an opportunity to start afresh. Yes, it don't matter what happened yesterday. It don't matter the circumstance, situation. Each new morning have an opportunity to start afresh because you are alive. Each day we have the opportunity to begin again. Each day we have the opportunity to begin again. Each day we have the opportunity to begin again because we are alive. The only people that don't have opportunity to begin again is the ones that are already dead. Whatever happened yesterday is the past. Today is what matters. There's a saying I like, there's a quote I like. It says, yesterday was a canceled check. Today is an open check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. You can't use yesterday because it's already canceled. But today is an open check. And whatever you write on your check today, that's what you catch at the end of the day. I'm here to tell you something. Write something worthy. Write a great amount, a big amount, so that by the end of the day, when you cash your check, you will not be mad that had I known. Because this all you have is today, is now. Look at that check and write something worth your life for today. Because today is all you have. Tomorrow is not promised. You don't know if you'll get that check for tomorrow. You don't know you'll be alive to get that tomorrow. But today, write something great in that check so that by the end of the day, you cash it with a smile on your face. You don't want to go to bed regretting this day that you've messed it up. You want to go to bed with a smile on your face so you sleep a happy man. And if you happen to wake up tomorrow, you will never regret this day today. We are all connected and have some influence over each other. It don't matter who you are. You might say, I don't care about that person, or that person is doing what they want to do. I'm here to tell you something today if you never knew it. We are all connected. We are all connected. And we all have influence over each other. Nothing exists in a vacuum. Nothing. No matter how alone you may feel at times, we are never truly alone. There's always a connection. As a human being, there's a connection somewhere. Today, let me give you a scenario. You might think that you're not connected to somebody that lives in Japan. You might think that you're not connected to somebody that lives in Australia. You might think that you're not connected to somebody that lives in Europe. I'm saying this because I'm in the States now. In Delaware, to be precise. If you're in Delaware, you might think that you don't have connection to somebody that lives in Houston or Texas. Houston, Texas. Or California. If you're somewhere else, you might think you're not connected to somebody in the States. If you're in the States, you might think you're not connected to somebody in Africa. I'm here to tell you the truth. You are not right. Why do I say you are not right? Every human being is connected to another one. It's just that sometimes we don't feel that impact that somebody did the other day. If you're on the highway, in Delaware, we have something called I-95. If you're driving on I-95 North and there's this terrible accident, 2 people have an accident, that there's a fatality, guess what happens? They shut that road down for a couple of hours. They have to clean all the liquid, everything on that road. And when they shut that road down, guess what happens? Everybody that's driving on that road has to stop. You don't know who was in that accident. You don't know how many people were in the fatality. But because somebody had a serious accident, and maybe it was fatal, and the road is blocked, all of a sudden it affects you. So don't think you are not important. Don't think you cannot impact another person on earth. Don't think another person's actions will not determine your own reaction. Don't think your actions will not determine another person's reaction. Anything you do, know that it's affecting somebody somewhere. You might not understand, you might not feel it, because it might not be a big impact. Let me give you the final story. Coronavirus from Wuhan, China. Wuhan, China. How many people have heard that place, Wuhan, in China? 90% that have died don't even know, have never heard of Wuhan, China. But because of what happened in Wuhan, today, Delaware is in state of emergency. The United States is not close to China in any way, but somebody started something down there. And it's happening today over here. I'm explaining this to you for you to know that you are connected. As a human being, you're connected to every human being. But sometimes you don't know that connection. You don't know how powerful that connection is because you think that you're not connected. You think that you're always alone. You got to debunk that thought, change it, and start knowing that every action you do today has an impact to one person. And that other person might impact another person. And before you know it, it's a long chain. And there's a saying that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Evil is always a choice. We are never lured to evil by anyone other than ourselves. You have a chance to get in every time you participate in an evil action. It don't matter whether the person that made you participate in that action deceived you or dragged you into it. The truth is, deceiving you and you went into it is a choice you made. Had it been you stood your ground, you would never have been in it. They dragged you into the evil. Had it been you were not in that location at that time, you would never have been dragged in. So there's no time you'll be lured into evil by anyone and you think you did not participate in it. It was your choice. Stop pointing accusing finger at other people and saying they made me do this. Or yeah, they made me do this. I did not want to do it. If you didn't want to do it, you would never have done it. But you did it. So it's your choice. Evil is always a choice. Likewise, good is always a choice. They allow you to do good, and you finally do it. It's not because they allowed you, it's because you thought about it and made that choice to do it. At times, we can be our own worst enemy. Though we may believe another person is to be blamed for our lack of happiness in life, the truth is that we are in control of our feelings and our thoughts. That we are in control of our feelings and our thoughts. Our anger is a punishment we give to ourselves. Many people choose to become angry and remain that way without realizing that it is this very emotion that is destroying them. If happiness is your goal, you cannot let anger overtake your mind. If happiness is your goal, you cannot let anger overtake your mind. Because when you're angry, let me put it this way, if you're angry with me and you're laughing somewhere and somebody calls my name, your face is going to change. I'm not even there. I might be sleeping in my bed, or I'll be making a video like this and somebody calls my name and you get angry. You're the one that's in trouble, not me. If you're angry with me, sitting in a room, laughing and having fun, and I walk in, guess what? Your face changes. Your smile changes to frown. You're the one that is hurting. If you're angry with me and somebody tells you something like, oh, Cool is this person, Cool is doing something good, you get angry and you say, no, that boy is a bad man. You start fighting. I'm here to tell you this. Get rid of that anger. It's not only being angry with me. I'm using myself as an example. I don't want to use another person. You got to start with you. I'm human. I know there's somebody out there, 1, 2, I don't know the numbers, that are not happy with me, that are angry with me. Such is life. But if you're out there, I just want you to know I'm sorry. I never had intention to hurt anybody. But if I did hurt you, please forgive me. because I don't want you to live a life of pain and regret. Enjoy. To truly live and exist in power, we must live without fear. Fear can be our greatest setback, or it can be a lesson in the secret of success. When we move beyond our fear, we are able to accomplish whatever we set our minds to. When we move beyond our fear, we are able to accomplish whatever we set our minds to. I want you to know that fear should not be a portion. Get rid of fear and take life by the horn. You see, life is unfair. So it is. Put on a helmet and go through it, and you come out the other side better than when you started. Thank you. We can use a single candle to light other candles. You don't diminish the candle by lighting another candle, but you can use that candle to light another candle. Sharing this flame doesn't decrease the light of the other candle. Such is the case with happiness. Joy and happiness are meant to be shared. When we invite others to experience this joy, happiness, great moments with us, we are increasing this joy within ourselves and others. Don't try to control anyone else. You should only seek to control yourself. We should never aim to be in control of someone else, or someone else's thoughts, emotions, or actions. We must strive to gain control of ourselves. Because when you get control of yourself, when you master yourself, man, you become dynamite. You stop complaining and start living. But when you can't control yourself, you're trying to control others. The moment they turn around, you don't live no more. You start looking for a way to blame them for turning around. So stop thinking about controlling others. Control your own self. Build you to where you want to be. If you are seeking enlightenment, you must first control your mind. How do you control your mind? By being open-minded. If you want to be enlightened, you got to be open-minded. You got to be really willing to read from the people that you want to be enlightened like them. You'll be able to open to watch motivational, inspirational informational videos. Hang around people that are in that direction that you're going. Because if you're going in a certain direction and you want to be like somebody that's going the opposite direction, you can never be that person. Always go where you want to be. You might be in the back, but it's a statement that at the top of the hill, the top of the mountain, the view is the same for everybody. It's not when you climb. So long as you finally climb on top of the mountain, it don't matter if there are 50 people on top of the mountain, everybody's looking down, so the view is the same. It don't matter how tall, how short, how huge, how big, everybody's looking down from the mountaintop, so the view is the same for everybody. It's not who got there first. The more we can control our minds, the closer we will get to enlightenment. At that point, wisdom will be second nature. Wisdom can only be second nature if you purposely and genuinely want to be enlightened and search for wisdom. It doesn't come to you. Let me give you a scenario. If you plant tomatoes, you have to take the weeds out every now and water it. But those weeds were not there when you planted as tomatoes. You don't need to water the weeds, they just sprung out. So weeds will always be in life, but it's your place to take them out and water what you want. That's how you can enlighten yourself. Leading a wise life allows one to spend every moment intentionally. Leading such a life leaves no man or woman afraid of anything, even death. We all die, though we all have various beliefs regarding what happens after death. Those of us that live our lives intentionally have nothing to fear. We will know our time on earth was spent wisely. I can tell you today that I'm not afraid of death because I believe as a Christian, like Paul said, to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. I've met a lot of people, I've have so many materials shared on earth that even if I'm not here today, my name will never be lost forever. I will be remembered for as long as the human beings are alive. I'm not saying I want to die right now, but I'm saying I'm not afraid to die. Because I know where I'm heading to. I say that to say this. If you're in that point in life where you're not afraid to die, then you're in a different level. Only few people attain that level in life. And I'm glad I'm one of them. I care about my family. I love my family. I wish the best for my family. I want to be there for everybody that I can. But every time you see me do something, it's because it's something called my legacy. It's something called my lesson. It's something called teaching. There are people that will always learn as long as life lives. And one thing that I thank God for is I know that somebody, somewhere, someday, somehow, some kind will one day pass through one of my works and it will bless them. It will change their story. And that is the essence and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I said, if you always listen to me, I'll say, how you doing? I'm wonderful. I'm living the dream. Why am I wonderful? Because I'm doing the best I can to make at least one person happy. Why am I living the dream? Because in my dream is to touch lives. And I'm touching the lives, so I'm living my dream. I don't know about you. Do the best you can in your life so that you get to a point where you're not afraid to die. I thank you. I want you to know that you can be whatever you want to be. You just have to know what you want and go for it. There's a saying that every human being is self-made, but only the successful admit that. Every human being is self-made, but only the successful admit that. The ones that have not succeeded in what their plan and their goals are, they always have somebody to blame. They say, it's not my fault. Oh, this one caused this one. But those that are successful, they claim. They're happy that they've done what that they plan to do. So I want you to be among those that will always admit that they're self-made. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.